want to see yourself on TV, Mom, with her?
Not really.
You're going to be on about 15 seconds.
No, I really don't.
Your son's live right now.
Oh, yes, I know. I just told them that they're both knuckleheads.
And here she comes. There she is.
Yep, school children again.
Hi, Carrie.
I think this is this you guys?
You can tell why I don't like house yet.
I don't know whose it is.
You know who you sound like?
I don't really care.
Walter. Every woman I know. Walter.
I ain't going house no more. Ain't going house no more. Walter.
Cannot. No. No.
You know, if he's listening, he's going to hear you say that.
I don't care. I ain't going house no more.
Okay, PJBT fans, we would like to welcome you to our YouTube channel. We are live today from ABC North Lanes in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, in the next to last tournament in season 18 of the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour. We are waiting to find out who our top 5 is in the scratch and handicap division for our step ladder finals.
All right, bowlers, I have your results. The scratch finals will be on 25 and 26, and handicap on 27 and 28.
Okay, let's see here.
We will be broadcasting everything on YouTube, so if you see the link, please share it. In the scratch division.
In the scratch division.
Your leader at plus 378 is Michael Martell.
Your leader, plus 378, Michael Martell.
351 is Darren Zombro III.
Darren Zombro III, plus 351.
Plus 335 is Alex Glinsky.
Alex Glinsky, plus 335.
Plus 323 is Andrew Lazarchuk.
Andrew Lazarchuk, plus 323.
The final qualifier for the finals at plus 321 is Ben Rhymes.
Ben Rhynes, plus 321, the water boy making it into the step ladder finals. Also, winning scholarship today.
57 is Alexis Dyer.
Plus 257, Alexis Nauer.
7th at plus 244 is Jack Selmer.
Jack Selmer plus 244, finishing
And the
7th.
third and final cash spot at plus 205 is Alex Sorge.
Alex
Also,
Sorge
congratulations to
shooting
Alex.
300 his last game of
300.
step ladder. He finishes 8th and squeaks into the last cash spot of the day. On to this handicap. I can't see that. I'm 3/4 blind. For crying out loud.
Handicap division. Your leader at plus 223 is Rachel Casillas.
In the handicap division, plus 223, your leader, Rachel Casillas. Qualifying second, plus 183, Dr. D, Drew Jaquith. Qualifying third, plus 118, Cody Brenner. Plus 61, Landon Freeman qualifying fourth. And your fifth and final qualifier at minus 8, Cody Krieger. So minus 8 to make it in the handicap division and plus 321 to make the final 5 in the scratch division. That's some pretty high scores here today. We would like to welcome all of you today. Once again, as usual, the message board is live and operational for those of you that want to post any comments, ask any questions, or just say hi to the Fat Guy, PA Fats. We should have Peaches, Stacy joining us. Maybe the Prodigy will come on, Skip Moyer possibly. Matthew is not with us today. He is out with Brittany out in California. For those of you who don't know, Brittany cashed in this weekend's PWBA Tour out at Fountain Valley Lanes in Fountain Valley, California. He'll be back next week. For those of you are interested, we have one more regular season event that is next Saturday at 2:30 start time at Colony Park North in York. That will be on the Montreal oil pattern. And then after that, we go into the PJBT postseason. First, we have the bracket challenge tournaments. For those of you that won any brackets during the year, you get to come to a free tournament where you're guaranteed to win some cash. For those of you that have won brackets, be watching on our Facebook page or on our website to know when you need to arrive. Then after that, we have championship weekend, the first weekend in June. Friday night is the PBA, PBA 50, PWBA, all the old people skins match. This year we have Danny Wiseman, Marianne DeRupo, Anthony Pepe. Patrick Allen is making his first appearance this year. Who am I missing? Danny, Doug Kent, and Parker Bowen. And then the following day, we have a bunch of different things going on Saturday. We have the Pro-Am in the morning, where you get to bowl with the pros. Those 6 that I mentioned, plus we'll have a lot of regional pros. And then we have 2 squads of the adult youth tournament. And for those of you that cash in the adult youth, you get to go head-to-head Saturday night against Parker Bowen in a winner-take-all skins match. Last year, the winning youth got over $900, and the winning adult, I think, got 400 and some or 300 and some. And then the following day, we have our main event, our invitational for the top 144 winners and points in both the scratch and handicap, 72 in scratch, 72 in handicap. The awards ceremony for season 18 will take place at 10 o'clock, and then We have bowler introductions, and then we get going. As always, most of that weekend will be streamed live over the YouTube page that you are watching right now. So, we hope to see you all there that weekend, and if you can't make it, hopefully you'll spend some time with me and the rest of the gang here on YouTube. And then after that, the postseason continues. We have the PJBT Masters Tournament the following weekend. That is a Saturday-Sunday tournament. 2 different houses. This year we are bowling at Rose Bowl in Allentown. And what is the bowling center up in Bethlehem? Town and Country. Thank you very much. And the top 16 that make it through 10 games will move on to the double elimination finals on Sunday at Rose Bowl, both the handicap and scratch. Then the following weekend, we go to New Jersey for the annual Bowlers of Eastern State Tournament with our friends from the JBT. That, I believe, is a $5,000 to win tournament in the scratch division. There is a handicap portion that is just on Saturday. That pays, I believe, $1,000 to win. Everybody who is entered is automatically entered in the scratch division. If you won any of the local qualifiers in the handicap side during the season, that's what puts you also in the handicap division. That is, you bowl 6 games on a house shot in the morning. We take a break for lunch. Then you come back and bowl 6 games on an extremely difficult challenge shot. And believe you me, a lot of people that have bowled on it tell me that is the hardest pattern they have ever bowled on. They say it's even harder than bowling on a flat U.S. Open pattern. That is, I believe, the 17th and 18th, or 16th and 17th, something like that. And then the last event on the PJBT calendar is the 2nd annual Tournament of Champions. All you have to do to qualify for the Tournament of Champions is won any PJBT event in the last 18 years. So we have a scratch division, we have a handicap division, and we have an adult division. We have a lot of fun that day. That is more of a fun tournament. There's not a lot of prize money offered in it. It is just to have fun and reconnect with all of the bowlers that you used to bowl with. So that is the remaining schedule for this year's Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour. We hope to see you at most, if not all, of the events, and they will be carried live right here on the PJBT YouTube page. All right, so looks like we have the participants in our first match getting their couple shots of practice before we begin. On the scratch side, we have the water boy, Ben Rhines, at plus 321, going up against probably this year's favorite to take home player of the year in the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour, Andrew Lazarchuk. He was plus 323. On the handicap side, we have Cody Krieger at -8, going up against Landon Freeman, who was plus 61. Landon will be getting 31 pins of handicap in this match. Once again, the YouTube message board is live and operational. Feel free to give me a shout out. Let me know where you're watching from. Ask me some questions. If you like what you see, if this is your first time or you haven't hit the subscribe button on the upper right-hand portion of your page, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Every time we go live for our tournaments, you will get notified. There's the water boy sending his love out to all of his fans. The millions and millions of fans that the water boy has. Team Ponytail, as it's known. Should be a very interesting top 5 today on the scratch side. We have, now that the colleges are out, we have a few of the college kids back, although of those that we don't see very often, only Michael Martell made it. He is the number 1 seed. He bowled 227, 267, 237 in his match play to vault into the lead. He did not have a single game under 200 today. His low game was 209. Darren Zombro, who is, I believe, about 13. He qualified second today. His low game of the day was 188. That was his last game. That was his only game under 200 today. Alex Glinsky, who is a senior, he'll be going off to college next year down south. His low game of the day was 191. That was his only game under 200. Andrew Lazarchik only shot 1 game under 200 as well. That was 183. And Ben Rhines, he shot 300 today. He did not have any games under 200. All right. So, it looks like our bowlers have completed their warm-up shots. Looks like we were just about ready to start. I pop myself off of it too. All right, and away we go. Ben Rhines up first on the scratch side on lane 25. Not a very good shot. Takes out only 4, the 1, the 2, the 5, and the 8. Cody up first on lane 27. He leaves the 3, 6. Let's see what Ben could do. And he gets 4 out. So, open frame, 8 count on his first frame. Cody Krieger with his spare on the handicap side. Let's see what Lazarchik could do on his first shot. He comes in a little high, leaves the 6 pin. Landon up. Handicap side, he comes in a little high, leaves the 4 pin. So 2 easy single pin spares for the bowlers in their first frame. See if they could close their frame out. Landon does. Lazarchik, interestingly enough, doesn't. Not really sure what that was. Good shot there in frame 2 by Landon. And Lazarchuk leaves the 6-8-10 split. So he's going to try to avoid going open. Cody comes in slightly high. He leaves himself the 4-pin in frame 2. And Lazarchuk goes 2 out, so he starts 18 after 2. Pretty slow start. Would you like to join me, Mike? No? Okay. All clean through 2 on the handicap side. Good shot there by Big Ben. Cody leaves a solid 10 in his 3rd frame. He'll try to clean that up. Ben Ryan's looking for a double, and he gets it. Cody makes his 10-pin. So still all clean through 3 frames for Cody, and Landon is clean through 2 frames on the handicap side. Don't forget, Landon is getting 31 pins of handicap. That's a better shot there by Andrew on the scratch side on lane 26. That's a double for Landon. He takes a 12-pin lead. Scratch. Add another 31 for his handicap. Up quickly in the 4th frame. He comes in high, leaves himself the 4-7. Oh, Lazarchuk comes in a little high, has the 6-8 standing, but they both fall down. And Landon stays clean on the handicap side. Ben Ryan's working on a double on lane 26. That's a turkey.
Chicken.
Turkey.
Chicken.
Cody up. He gets his first strike of the match after going spare. So still everybody clean on the handicap side. And there's 4 in a row for Ben. Cody comes in a little high. He leaves himself the 4-7. Andrew up. He's working on a double.
I know you are.
That is a turkey.
Chicken.
Turkey. Sombro, aye. 13? 13, yep. And another mark for Cody. The handicap side is still clean. And after the blips at the beginning for the scratch side, they posted a lot of X's. Landon comes in high. He leaves the 3-6. Landon's going to be tough to catch getting those 31 pins if he keeps marking. And another strike for Lazarchuk. That makes 4 in a row for him. And then as soon as I give Landon the kiss of death. That's typically what happens. That's typically what happens. Sorry, Landon. So let's see here. Landon has 94 in the fifth, 125 with his handicap. And Cody has 78 in the fourth with a spare in the fifth. And the strike train on the scratch side has finished. That looked very similar. Ben left a weak flat 10, and Landon left a weak flat 10. Landon makes his. Now let's see if Ben can make his. He does not. That could prove costly. So let's see if Cody could start catching up. And that was a very good shot in the sixth. So he's got 98 in the fifth with a strike in the sixth. So he finds himself down by 27 pins. Looks like Ben got that one out wide a little early. It came trucking back. He leaves the 3, 6, 7, 10. And how this match has just changed. Cody leaves a 10 pin on 27. All right, that's an open frame for Ben. Looks like the scratch side is all strikes and opens. Not one spare has been made yet. And we only have one open on the handicap side. Good spare there by Cody. Let's see if Lazarchek could. And he sticks the foot in the throat of Ben Rhines. Landon left the 310 and missed. Let's see if Andrew could go for 6 in a row. And he does not. Wrap around 7. That ends his streak. Landon leaves himself the 6. So if Andrew makes this 7 pin, he will have a 24 pin lead. After his 8th frame, Ben still has to bowl his 8th. And he makes it. So he's up by 24 on the scratch side. Landon made his spare, so he has 121 in the 7th with a spare in the 8th, plus his 31 pins gives him 152. Cody, if he makes this 10 pin, will have 137. So Cody will find himself down by 15 with 2 frames to go. And Cody made this, so both bowlers are on a spare going into the ninth. We have a 15 pin match. Landon is in front. Ben struck in the 8th. He's trying to cut into Lazarchuk's lead. He does not. He leaves himself the unusual 2-7-10. Good shot there by Cody. He strikes in the foundation frame 9th to put the pressure on Landon. And Ben does not make his spare, so that's going to give him, looks like 163, I believe. So pretty much a mark will seal the deal for Lazarchuk. Actually, he has 159. So the best Ben could do is 189. So Andrew will need 2 pins to seal that deal, and that is unfortunately a large miss there by Landon in the 9th. And Lazarchek wins. He will move on to bowl Alex Glinski. The Battle of the Seniors. Let's see what Landon can do in the 10th. He comes in high. He leaves himself a 3-6-10. This will be an important spare for him to try to make. And he does. So, if he strikes here, he will finish 169 scratch, 200 with his handicap, and that will force Cody to strike first ball in the 10th. In fact, as long as Landon could get 8 or 9 here, 8 here, he will force Cody to strike first ball in the 10th. And that looks like an 8. So 167 scratch, 198 with his handicap. So Cody will need to strike first ball in the 10th. High drama here, match 1 on the handicap side. Let's see what Cody can do. And he goes high, leaves himself a 310, and that will do it. Landon Freeman will be moving on to match 2 to face Cody Bruner, it looks like.
Go ahead. I don't know.
31. Right? It is 31, right, Josh?
Okay.
Yes. All right, so on the scratch side, it looks like Lazarchik shot 237 to Ben Ryan's 177. Good finish there for Lazarchik after starting out open. And on the handicap side, we have a 1-pin match. We have Landon Freeman defeating Cody Krieger, 198 to 197. I don't think either bowler may have necessarily knew if they won or lost.
They didn't know.
So Freeman won by 6, right?
What?
1 pin.
Freeman won by 6.
All right, so we will wait for tournament director Skip to hand out the 5th place awards. Then we'll get set up for match 2. All right, off to Skip for awards. $50 scholarship to Ben Rhines plus whatever his share of the 300 pot is going to be for shooting 300 today. Cody Krieger, $35 scholarship in the handicap division. All right, on to match 2.
What is the handicap difference, please? 31-15, so Landon
16.
gets 16.
All right, Landon Freeman will be getting 16 pins.
I knew he was coming for that.
What?
I knew he was coming for that.
Uh, whee. All right, as usual, let me take this opportunity to talk about a different upcoming event. Let me get the flyer for it. All right, let's talk about 2 things. Let's talk about our friend Marianne DeRupo, who will be one of the pros, the senior pros, bowling with us, championship weekend. She will be running the DeRupo Bowling Camp. For those of you that are going to Junior Gold that live in the area, this is a camp that is a must for you to prepare you for Junior Gold. It is at Limerick Bowling Center, Saturday, July the 8th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Special guest Mo Pinnell will be there.
Genius.
Yes, yes. This camp will cover reading different sport oil patterns, better shot making execution, lane transition, manipulating ball roll, and developing better spare shooting options. I can tell you firsthand, I was at this clinic last year. Marianne knows her stuff. Like I said, for those of you that may be going out to Junior Gold the following weekend, this is the camp for you to button up a few of those loose ends before you head out. The cost of the camp, which includes lunch, by the way, pizza at Limerick, and if you've never had the pizza at Limerick, I suggest you try it sometime. It is phenomenal. The cost of the camp is $125. It includes the bowling fees, lunch, instructional materials, and coaching. If you would like to add $50 to the cost, you could get a 3-ball Vice tournament bowling bag, and if you want to add another $130, you get a Radical High Performance bowling ball, drilling not included. You can contact Marianne DeRupo with any questions at DeRupo, DIRUPO 300 at optonline.net. That's DeRupo 300 at optonline.net. Once again, the DeRupo Camp, Saturday, July the 8th at Limerick Bowling Center from 10 to 3. Off to Josh. All right, off we go in match 2. Alex Klinsky comes in the scratch side, and Landon Freeman comes in on the handicap side. Actually, Cody Bruner comes in on the handicap side. Landon will be getting 16 pins. Landon struck on his first shot on the handicap side, and Alex Galinsky strikes on the scratch side. Cody strikes on the handicap side. So, all X's to start the match so far. Let's see if Lazarchik can keep the strike train going. And he does. That was not a good shot, Mike. Cody? He now has a memory on the live stream that he could watch for eternity. Or until YouTube deletes the videos after a few years. That's a better shot. Just as if he went 9 spare. Lazarchuk comes in a little high. He leaves himself the 4 pin. Once again, the message board is live and operational. If you guys would like to post a comment, give me a shout out, let me know where you're watching from. Good shot there by Landon, opening up with a double. And Lazarchuk inexplicably missed another single pin spare. That's 2 of them in 2 games. Andrew, what's going on with that? Got away with it in the first match. See if he's as lucky in the second match. Ooh, solid 7 there by Landon. That was an awesome looking shot, looking for a turkey, but it didn't happen. See if Glinsky could double to open up. And he does. He opens up a 21 pin lead. 22 pin lead. And a spare there by Landon. Cody comes in high. He leaves the big 4. We'll see if he could convert. At least get 2. Which he does. And Glinsky so far is making Lazarchuk pay for his single pin miss. He builds himself a 22 pin lead early in the match. Lazarchuk comes in high, leaves himself the 6 pin. And after Cody's split, he comes back with a strike. Spare conversion there for Lazarchuk. And Landon comes in light, leaves himself the 1-2-10 washout. All right, so let's update the match. So Landon with that open, he has a 75 in the 4th. And Cody has 44 in the 3rd with a strike in the 4th, and Landon is getting 16. So he's got about a 27 pin lead at this moment, and he leaves a solid 9. And Lazarchuk is through 4 frames. He's got a strike in the 4th. He has 48 in the 3rd, and Alex has not stopped striking. He's going for 4 in a row to extend his lead up to 42. And Landon misses his 9 pin. So back-to-back opens there for Landon. Little high for Alex. He leaves himself the 4-7. And Cody missed way left. Lucky he still got 8. He leaves himself the 1-3. So, two pin spares. Let's see if both bowlers could convert their multi-pin spares. Cody up first. He makes his. Didn't think he was going to make it there for a minute. And Alex makes his. Cody comes back with a strike. He's got 84 in the fifth with a strike. In the sixth, Landon has 84 in the fifth. So tied scratch. That puts Landon up by 16 with his handicap. Another washout for Landon. Messenger for Glinsky does not take out the 10 pin. Three out of the four for Landon. He's now on back-to-back-to-back open, so he's going to try to correct that. Good spare for Glinsky on the 10 pin. So he's got 97 in the fourth with a spare in the fifth. Your brother left a message. He said he left to him. He goes, the other Rhines is supporting his brother. I'm already at home in bed. Then he said, tell him it's not June the 14th. He can't miss that 10 pin. What?
June 4th. June 4th, June 14th.
Okay. That's a double for Lazarchik. He scratches his way back in the match. And that is a double for Cody to take the lead in the handicap division. Andrew could strike here. That will pull him back to within 19. And a 7-pin stops the stat. Made a ball change. Didn't quite do probably what he was expecting. And another strike for Cody to extend his lead in the handicap division. Landon comes in high. Leaves himself the 6-10. Rachel. Thank you. Landon makes his spare. He is through 8. He has 111 in the 7th with a spare in the 8th and a strike in the 9th. So he's got 131 in the 8th with a strike in the 9th. Cody is working on 3 in a row. He has 114 in the 6th. Glinsky comes in light, leaves himself the 2-4-5. That's another strike for Cody. So let's see here. Looking at the best Landon could do scratch is 191. So 207 is the best that Landon could do with his handicap. So Cody will be looking for, I believe, a mark. Spare conversion for Glinsky. Throwing straight at the 2-4-5. And that is a Jersey strike for Cody. That's pretty much going to seal that match. All right, with a spare conversion, Cody will shoot 223. Alex sends another messenger at this 10 pin, and it doesn't connect again. All right, 222 for Cody Bruner. That will send him on to the semifinals to face the Doctor, Drew Jaquith. Alex makes his 10 pin on the scratch side. He has, let's see here, one. As soon as the graphics want to disappear off the plane, he has 133 in the 6th with a spare in the 7th. Andrew comes in high, leaves the 4, 6, 8, 10. And he does not get any. So that leaves him with 119 in the 7th on an open. He could strike out for 209, definitely putting himself behind the 8 ball. So if he strikes out, Glinsky won't even need to double anywhere. He could just go strike, spare, strike to shut him out. That's a better shot there for Lazarchuk.
The 4 on yours was scratch. Because these are the cards that I'll take to my hatch.
Sorry about that.
You're fine.
And another messenger for Alex does not connect. He leaves himself the solid 9. He sent the 4 pin after it.
24 and 15. Drew gets 9.
Conversion for Alex. He now has 152 in the 7th with a spare working in the 8th. Now, if he were to go 9 spare, 9 spare, 9, and if Lazarchuk were to strike out, we would have a tie.
Wouldn't that be beautiful?
That would be. So Alex is still looking for a strike somewhere. And there it is. All right, so 172 with a strike in the foundation frame 9th. So let's see if Lazarchuk could put the pressure on him to make Glinsky show up in the 10th. And there's a double. Match still isn't over. It's an interesting rack. had a 10 pin that didn't seem to want to fall to the right, wiggled back over and fell to the left. That keeps Lazarchik still in this match. Another strike here will force Glinsky to show up and mark in the 10th. And he did not like that off of his hand. I thought I heard him yell hook. So that will give him, with a spare conversion or not, 195. So Glinsky will just need 6 pins, 7 pins, 7 pins on 2 shots. And he will be moving on to the semifinals to meet 13-year-old Darren Zombro, I. Ooh. Came in high, left himself the 3-6-10. See, this is why I disagreed with Lazarchik not really trying to make that spare. Because if he makes that spare, he shoots 197. Now, if Glinsky would need to whiff all 3, but if he were to chop, then he only lost by 1. I mean, it's still a loss, but let that be a lesson for you, kiddies. Even if you think you've lost the match, until you're actually shut out, you haven't lost. Stranger things could happen. Just like that. So 200 for Alex Glinsky. To 195 for Andrew Lazarchik. And there we have it. All right. Over to Skip, who will be presenting our 4th place awards. Andrew Lazarchik, $60 richer for his 4th place finish today in the scratch division. Landon Freeman, $40 richer for his 4th place finish. All right, now we will get ready for our semifinals. The scratch division, it will be the 2 seed, Darren Zombro III, or as I like to say, Darren Zombro I.
Little D.
What?
Little D.
Or as some people like to call him, Little D. On the handicap side, we have Dr. D.
With Dr. D, yeah.
Drew Jaquith will be going up against Cody Bruner. Drew will be getting 9 pins. 9 pins. All right. So, upcoming this summer, typically it is 2 weekends before the PJBT gets rolling. We have the 2nd annual Mark Gaines Memorial Tournament. That is both a handicap and a scratch tournament. That is August the 6th, 2017 at Wynwood Lanes, 2228 Haverford Road in Ardmore, Pennsylvania. August the 6th, check-in starts at 12:15, practice is at 1:20. Start time is at 1:30. It is going to be on a 38-foot flat 1-to-1 ratio pattern. So, difficult pattern, 4 games of qualifying. The winner of both is a $700 scholarship for both scratch and handicap, as long as the division gets 35 or more bowlers. The cost of the tournament is $55 if you prepay by July the 29th. After that, the entry fee goes to $65. If you have any information, you can contact Brian Gaines at area code 267 267-650-7599. That's Brian at 267-650-7599. The second annual Mark Gaines Memorial Tournament, August the 6th, start time of 1:30. All right, so we are getting ready for the semifinals. We got Little D, we got Dr. D, we got Glinsky, we got Cody, we got this, we got that, and we got PA Fats on the mic today. Apparently flying solo. I have no idea where my unknown, if he's my biological son, I have no idea where he's at. Probably somewhere in there. I don't know.
So mad about the house shop.
Peaches must be putting everything away that she's not out here helping me today. I'm just hoping that we're going to eat somewhere after bowling. Gotta feed the fat guy. All right, on to Skip. All right, on to the semifinals we go. So we got Little D, who's a little bit shorter than Mr. Glinsky. And it looks like Cody Bruner will be starting on the handicap side, and he starts with a 4-pin. And Zombro starts with a 1-2. Thanks for sharing, Skip.
In case somebody found.
Zombro makes his spare. Cody makes his spare. So we are off and running in the semifinals.
Go left.
Sounded like the doctor may have dropped that shot. But he goes, Jersey, and strikes. Let's see what Glinsky could do in his first frame. He comes in high, leaves himself the 6, 7, 10.
Oh,
Is that your phone?
The doctor comes in light, leaves the 210.
No? Where's the phone? Where's Dad's phone?
That's Dad's new phone. That's the because Dad's new phone. Remember?
I don't understand.
This
Alex gets 2 on his spare attempt. So he starts with an open. And Cody trips the 4 on the 4-9, leaves just the 9. Let's see what Glinsky could do in the second, trying to rebound off of that open. And he puts 10 in the pit. Cody rolls that spare shot right down over his thumb hole. Converts the spare. Darren comes in light again. This time he leaves the washout, pays the price. Cody comes in high, 6, 7, 10. Good run at it by Zombro, but he leaves the 10 pin, so he opens up in the second. And a good run by Cody, but he leaves the 7. That's a better shot for Darren, striking in the third. And the doctor trips the 10 pin. I'm sure he would tell you he got that inside of where he was trying to play, but maybe not. So through 3, the doctor has a 1-pin lead scratch. 10 pins up with his handicap. He's up quick. He comes in high, leaves himself the 3-6 in the fourth. Glinsky up in the third. He comes in high in Greek churches. I'd say he's lost that lane a little bit. He left a 3-6-10 there in the 10th. And unless he gets a very good break, he'll start open on that lane. Cody crosses over. Dr. D, by the way, made his spare. Skip is back from the bathroom.
Somebody was talking to you on that phone. It was sitting here going off.
Cody makes his spare. Glinsky once again trying to rebound. Looks like he's got that lane down. Now we'll see if he can make an adjustment and try to carry on lane 26. Skip putting on the headset.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Okay, good deal. This is the one part of our Sundays that I enjoy, and being able to come on here and broadcast. So I'm going to step in the booth for a couple minutes.
Why not? By the way, congratulations on the 3-minute and 9-second announcements today.
I heard 2 people timed them, and they both got 3.9. I'll take it.
All right, so Zombro looking for a turkey. Ooh, good shot. 10-pin doesn't cooperate.
Seems our pairs have dried up a little bit, and they're starting to go through a little transition here. Bowlers are starting to find that out.
Definitely.
Go
ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say that's a double for the doctor.
I found a dollar bill, and thanks to Mr. Dundor, who just turned it into a bow tie.
Okay.
That made my day.
And Darren converts his 10-pin, so he's got 74 in the fourth with a mark in the fifth.
Looks like we got a 1-pin scratch match here on the handicap side up until that missed spare there. Drew working on a double. He'll be looking to throw a 3-bagger together there. Untimely open there for Cody. He's going to look to knock 10 over here to pick that up.
And let's see if Glinsky can make the proper adjustment here on 26. He's actually opened 3 straight times on 26. Once in the 10th of the previous game and the first and the third of this game.
Just can't get the ball to make the proper turn there. It almost looks like there's a lot more carry down on 26 than there is 25. And it's very noticeable too.
Actually, that was your classic over adjustment. Waiting in the wings, Michael Martell on the scratch side and Rachel Casillas on the handicap side, your top seeds today. That's a triple for Drew. He puts the pedal to the metal.
Drew leaves the 4-9. Misses both of them. He did get a 3-bagger there on lane 28, so that did help a little bit with that open. Cody gets up and strikes to throw his double right after an open. Darren strikes on lane 26. And after 5 frames in the scratch division, just waiting for the screen to change, Zombro has a 19-pin lead, both bowlers working on a strike. And it's about a 20-pin match with Jaquith having the advantage over on the handicap side. Drew is receiving 9 pins. So it is about a 20-25 pin match on the right side. Cody threw a pretty good shot there, left the 9 pin.
Hold on.
Can they hear me?
That's not gonna work either. That's not gonna work either. The program stopped. We're still streaming. I just don't have volume at the moment.